Welcome back to Soul Speaks with your host, DJ Day. Welcome back, guys. It is such a pleasure to be back with you wonderful, beautiful folks. So, today, in this episode of Soul Speaks, we are going to be talking about calling back your power and words of affirmation. Last episode, we touched on the expectations of the show and what to expect out of me, your host, and what you, viewers, will be shown. This show will be a regular format that we will be working with till new segments are added and introduced. So today, our Healing Hub topic is going to be talking about calling back your power. And we will be diving into more techniques for manifesting your dream life. So, first off, what is calling back your power? What does that mean? This is a metaphor talking about reclaiming your personal strength and reclaiming control over one's life. It's about taking back what you feel has been lost or been taken away. This can manifest in several ways. Emotional empowerment over life's fears, guilt, or shame, setting healthy boundaries with others, and prioritizing your own needs and your well-being. Mental clarity, overcoming another thing that can happen for you is you gain mental clarity. You can overcome limiting beliefs and self-doubt, and you'll be able clear my throat chakra. You will be able to make conscious decisions and choices and establish a moral compass and life values. Life is all about principles, all right? We need a compass. We need a drive, okay? That way, like I said, we're on a lane, stay in your lane. We are on our own paths, our own courses, and everybody needs directions. Everybody needs guidance. It's all about what you are putting into your tank, what fuel source, what gas are you running on, and depending on what kind of premium gas, I said this before on my other channel, what kind of premium gas, what kind of premium oil you're using is how far you're going to get in that lane, how far you're going to be able to go in that vehicle. So we need to have established, healthy moral compasses. I feel like a lot of the discourse and a lot of the dissonance going on in the world, a lot of that would be solved if people had actual clear moral values, ethics, and a clear, orderly direction. No confusion, nothing that it's first grade. I tell this to people. It's first grade SpongeBob. Life is as complicated as you want to make it. We need to simplify. There is too much overstimuli going on that is just getting people off course, So we need to start taking accountability, taking responsibility for our thoughts and for our actions, okay? Establishing a spiritual connection, connecting with our inner wisdom, our intuition, trusting our own path and purposes, releasing attachments to external validation. That is not going to lead us anywhere, all right? We need to be focusing and prioritizing our physical vitality, taking care of our physical health through diet, exercise, and rest, all right? Honoring our bodies, our temples, our needs, honoring our limitations, and creating a healthy environment for ourselves, all right? Essentially, calling back your power. Forgiveness is a great tool, to help establish healing, inner healing within ourselves, inner healing within our inner child. Alrighty, you don't necessarily have to start off with the big, heavy conversations all at once with somebody if you're not ready. Have that conversation and that inner dialogue with yourself, and start taking the steps of forgiveness that starts with that man in the mirror right here. Exactly. Yes, and we need to be always positive affirmations, alrighty, and vision boards. So I have a vision board hanging up I made in my room, and I'm going to read you some of the things that are on my vision board. It's hanging up, so it's going to be hard to take down, but I want to read to you guys these affirmations. And please, I encourage you to go out and seek your own affirmations, seek your own words of wisdom that inspire you to live another day on this grand world and this grand life. So this one's one of my favorites. It's things you can control, okay? Things you can control. Your beliefs, your attitude, your thoughts, your perspective, how honest you are, who your friends are, what books you read, how often you exercise, the type of food you eat, how many risks you take, how you interpret situations, how kind you are to others, how kind you are to yourself, how often you say, I love you, how often you say, thank you, how you express your feelings, whether or not to ask for help, how often you practice gratitude, how many times you smiled today, the amount of effort you put forth, how you spend/invest your money, how much time you spend worrying, how often you think about the past, whether or not you judge other people, whether or not you try again after hardships, how much you appreciate the day. I think that's how much you appreciate. It's kind of the day. Okay. And then we have some quotes. Another one that I love. Inspirational quotes. Let me see. Oh, it's right here. Let me just pull it over closer. Think like a queen. A queen is not afraid to fail. Failure is another stepping stone to greatness. Behind every woman is another great woman. I'm not going to limit myself just because people won't accept the fact that I can do something else. Am I good enough? Yes, I am. Every time a woman stands up for herself without knowing it, possibly without claiming it, she stands up for all women. Women have always been the strong ones of the world. You must never be fearful about what you are doing when it's right. And also, you can switch up the dialogue for whatever your situation is. I'm just a woman, and this is how I do my affirmations. But you guys can insert, quote, whatever you are comfortable with. You have to believe in yourself when no one else does. My other favorite one is believe in you when no one else believes in you. I am no longer accepting the things I cannot change. I am changing the things I cannot accept. Right. That is just stunning. That is beautiful. So, let's see what we're doing. Perfect. So, we have manifestations, okay? Manifestations are the belief that you can that you can bring something tangible into your life through your thoughts. Our minds shape our realities. Through our thoughts, feelings, and beliefs, it's the idea that what you focus on becomes your reality. Exactly. So, right now we are going to go into our first segment of Healing Hub. Let me put this over here. So let's see. So this is my rainbow deck. And in my rainbow deck, ta-da, my rainbow deck. We have a bunch of positive words, positive affirmations. We talk about the chakras in here, what we need to know. So what do we need to know about calling back? Okay, calling back our power. Okay, we have abstain. Ask again later. Deep breath, meditation, okay. Emotional block. Exercise. What was I telling you guys? Rebuild. Okay. So with emotional block, we'll start right here. Emotional block is in the red. So red, like we were talking about, corresponds with the root chakra. So with that root chakra, like I said, they try to attack our lower main three first, okay, by giving us emotional blockages. So when we are working on calling back our power, we are releasing emotional blockages one by one when we are doing that. Essentially moving our way up the chakra system. It's working our way backwards. So starting at red. So, and as you can see, we have a lot of red here. With the colors, and then we have blue as well. So we have throat chakra energy, we have root chakra energy, and with that green, rebuilding is with green writing. So with that rebuild, I'm getting rebuilding our hearts, rebuilding our familiar structures, rebuilding ourselves, rebuilding our hearts again. I'm getting, like, in my third eye, like a Build-A-Bear, instead of trying to fix other people, build a boyfriend, build a girlfriend, because sometimes I've been there before when you're with somebody and you want to fix them and you want to mold them and shape them into what you think they can be and what their potential is, but not actually realizing who is standing right in front of you, and that is not our job. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways, and no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make that change. So with that change, we need to start with ourselves. us. We're starting with me, myself, and I. And what is the better way to do that? Like I said, exercising. Exercise your, I'm hearing, exercise your mind, exercise your brain, exercise the demons away. Okay? So, and that's also another affirmation. Like you say that stuff, exercise the day, exercise my brain. I'm driving all the demons insane with my light. Got no fright. I will slay all the demons and the dark when they come in the night. I'm not I am fine. So divine. I'm mighty fine. Exercise. Don't you know? Oh, this is the way with the divine flow. Oh, here we go. Oh. So these are singing, music, exactly, is a great way to cleanse your energy, is a great way to call your power back. Using your voice, using your words, speaking out loud the things that you want, calling that into you, breathing. Exactly. That deep breath, the meditation, that when I was talking about centering, looking inside, asking yourself those deep, dark questions. I know it's uncomfortable, but what better way to express what you need to, like, you have to take the first step before even going to a therapist. You know, if you can't even have those discussions with yourself, what makes you think you're even be able to articulate what is going on inside of you to somebody else? You just can't. You need to know self. You need to know who you are and what you will stand for, because if you will stand for anything, you'll fall for it all. Is that the saying? Something like that. But you can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure it's not how that goes. But you do not be a follower. Be the leader in your own life and take charge. You need to take charge in your own life. You need to be the benefactor of your own spiritual wealth and your own spiritual abundance. And as we're talking about spiritual wealth and spiritual abundance, you need to, and I am working on this. Listen, and when we say abstain, I'm not coming from a preachy standpoint of, oh my gosh, you can't ever go out there and be with another person. Okay? Be safe. Be responsible. Know that your actions have consequences. And is that something that you're doing in this present moment? Is that something that future you would approve of? Is that something your higher self would approve of? And I am somebody who works on this every single day, because I am by no means perfect, but there is no perfection. If you are chasing perfection, I used to have perfectionist tendencies. I know what it's like to be so self-critical and be so hard on yourself to the point where it's actually self-detrimental, and you're actually holding yourself back and getting in your own way. So you need to fall down to get back up again. But in doing so, you still need to be learning the lessons. It's okay to make mistakes, but don't wallow and sit in that mistake. Take that note, take that, on the chin. Okay, take that lesson from God or whoever you believe in, from source, creator. Okay, and see where you can do better. See where you can grow. Ask again later. Patience, I'm getting from that, asking again later. Sometimes things work on not always seeking that instant gratification and that now. We live in a world where you can get everything so instantaneously. You can get everything so fast, but fast doesn't always mean good. Fast, okay. With the abstain, I'm hearing fast encounters, like hookups. There we go. Thank you. Hookups. Okay. Although it may seem fast and easy and everything, there's still that energy exchange. Okay. You're still giving your power away, when you're doing that. And you have to then work a little bit 10 times harder. Okay. To regain that energy. And some people are fortunate enough to not, where am I going with this source? Some people are not fortunate enough to know that I lost my train of thought. What do we need? Okay, what do we need? What else? Oh, okay. That you need to leave a little bit of mystery. You can't be giving everybody the full you all at once, because we're onions. We have layers, okay? You need to navigate through this world by not giving all your power away. Okay, by not giving all of your power away, that allows you to hold a sacred space and a sacred peace within one's temple, within one's body, okay, that nobody could ever penetrate, okay? Because even when you're in a romance, even when you're in a relationship, okay, a healthy relationship, you're still two different people. You're still two independent bodies, okay, living your lives, coming together. It should not be the codependency, okay? There shouldn't be that the Romeo and Juliet, oh my gosh, I can't live without you. Yeah, because that lack mindset. Oh yeah, you have to have an open heart chakra. You have to, in order to rebuild these structural foundations that have been lost through time, okay, because healing is needed. Healing is definitely needed. Yes, because we are magical map shifters out here, and our minds are so powerful. Our minds are so powerful, and you guys may not be able to see that now. You may not be able to predict that and see that now, but you got to start looking in that mirror and seeing it in yourself. Because how else, that's that thing, like, if you don't believe in magic, if you don't believe in fairies, you won't see that. You won't see the magic. I feel like I tell people I have SpongeBob vision. Like, I will navigate this world until I die, seeing sunshine and rainbows and seeing happiness, because that is what I want to manifest in my life. And so I will keep, it sounds wild, but I will keep always a positive mindset, because I want to attract positive things towards me. That's what you have to do. So going into, thank you, Divine, for that. That was beautiful. So what we're going to do now is dive into, was a perfect segue, is we're going to pull some tarot cards on how to manifest things into our reality. All right. How to manifest things into our reality. How to bring forth everything that our hearts will need. The Tower. So foundational shifts, upheavals. Okay, so with that Tower, that lets me know that this is a fundamental shift that is going to happen whether you like it or not. You are going to, it's like shit or get off the pot, pretty much. Either you want to grow, ascend, and heal, okay, and pull forth what your desires are, or you're going to get left behind. All right, you can no longer sit in a mentality of trying to avoid a disaster or relishing in other people's suffering, because consequences and karmic laws and life in general will always keep ticking. With this pyramid, the coils, the conduit, like the balance will always stand. The balance will always be in the hands of the creator. And not even the creator, in how the world has been designed with the poles. I'm getting with how everything is so intricately designed with like from the copper of this pyramid being able to conduct electricity, okay? And that this crystal in itself is a source of power. Like, man did not create that. We are able to observe that. That is the beauty of living here, is being a beautiful observer to the creator's creation, and being able to then understand what the greater purpose of this life is, and then being able to create with the creator, being a co-creator with one's source. Whatever though your power is, in a way, we all have magical powers. We just have it in different shapes and forms, and it comes in different ways because we're all different and special and unique in our own way. And it's a giant tower to these people in power. If you were to know your power, the 6 and the 7, yeah, to know how lucky you really are to have a shot at being on this earth, on this realm, to being able to have a chance to make a fundamental shift and change. And you might be squandering that on a lack mindset, that in reality you might be the one holding yourself back. What else do we need to know? What else do we need to know, Divine? Devil, materialism, addiction, pleasure. Okay, yeah. Are you squandering your talents and your gifts on materialism, on addiction, on things that do not serve you? And if you are, that's okay. Shift. We are the magical map shifters. Take the time to reflect and do the processes to be able to evolve, be Pokemon and evolve. No matter what the shift is or the change is, big or small, we all have to take baby steps. And whether that is going outside today, whether that is drinking water, whatever that goal is for you, as long as you're doing something, one thing a day that is propelling you and moving you closer to your goals, you will get there. It just matters about how bad you want it. But making sure when you're navigating with your compass and your moral values and everything, that's what helps you not be strayed by this devil energy, by the temptation, because you wouldn't do things because your moral compass, and I'm seeing right here, I'm the north node, exactly, your compass, north right here on this map, you are getting steered by the divine, that channel. So you're able to say no. I'm hearing say no to drugs, say no to things that are not for your highest purpose, because it's not about listening to other people and wanting to fit in. It's about I don't want to do this because it's just not good for me, and that's okay, and that's all right. It's a difficult decision. 2 of Swords. Yes, it's a difficult decision. And one might always find themselves at a stalemate, trying to make a decision about what path to go on. The crossroads. And that's not the evil crossroads. Like, these words have been so misconstrued. No, the crossroads of making a tough decision and a tough choice, but also ultimately realizing that you can always go backwards. You can always, let's say you can always change. You have free will. So if one day you're doing something and you don't like it, you can always change and do something different the next day, whether that's good or bad. Like, a lot of people put a lot of pressure on themselves, and I was one of these people, and I still do this, but it's lessened, but I've been there. Like, you put so much pressure on yourself for what? For why? I mean, for why? Why would you do that when if you're not out here hurting anybody, with what you're doing, and you're just one of these people out here like me that is just trying to navigate this weird world, it's hard, it's stressful, and we need to give ourselves grace and patience because we're out here having a human experience. We're souls having a human experience trying to navigate. Yeah, and we all have Nine of Swords. We all have anxiety. We all have trauma. We all have moments where we feel hopeless, okay? But we have to turn this Nine of Swords in reverse. We have to make that difficult choice and that tough decision to get out of that stalemate and reach out for help, okay? We need to find hope in the hopeless, okay? We need to find a way out of a despairing cycle of generational curses that, if anything, have been holding us back for a millennium because nobody's been healing. Nobody's been doing the work. So let's be the freaking generation to actually heal and do the freaking work and change this. I'm so tired of everybody talking about fighting and all of this stuff in a war. So let's do something about it, but not be also a part of the problem. Let's actually be smart. And, maybe instead of trying to go all the way overseas and go all over the place, let's start at home and start just in the mirror and just start with ourselves. Why don't we have meditation as like a common practice that people even know about? Why don't we have a mental health pep squad team that isn't associated with like the police? Like, why don't we have like safe zones and things that are actually for public health and public safety? Like, because we're humans and we deserve these kinds of treatment because we are the backbone of this country, of the world. We do so much. We are so powerful. We are so strong. Start seeing that in yourselves. Start believing that we are a sea. We are an ocean of power. We just have to harness it and channel it into positivity. Yes, Six of Cups, familiarity, memories, restoration. We need to go back to family values. Like Kendrick Lamar be talking about this stuff, guys. Like, we need to, like, actually get our ish together. Like, come on. Like, I was just talking to my hairdresser today about this. We need to bring back Black-owned businesses. We need to bring back Black-owned community. We need to bring back familiarity on all fronts. Everybody, Hispanics got their own markets. Jewish people got their own bakes. They got their own markets. Like, we need to step our stuff up, okay? And we need to carve and keep carving our way, and no matter what they throw at us, okay? Yes, it's time to make 8 of Wands. It's time to make a fast and quick decision, rapid movement, okay? Because these people are trying to slow us down, okay? They're trying to make panic within society, okay? They're trying to keep us waiting. They're trying to stall us out. But we need to actually be the ones to make drive, force, and step towards our own power, okay? We need to be the ones to to initiate in our own lives. That's where it starts. We need to initiate and be the leader of our own lives. We're looking towards it's blind leading the blind. We're looking towards people that can't even barely lead their own lives, and we're trying to live our lives, but instead it's all backwards. We need to focus on the home, and we need to focus on ourselves, because in order to manifest for the high, okay, yes, because we're not manifesting for the highest good right now, because everybody's focusing on the ego and we're focusing on the me. We're manifesting in this materialism and this playful dumb stuff, okay? And we're working out of wounded heart spaces. But if we were to all heal and look in the mirror, and we were all to reflect, okay, we would all then stop being in the ego and the me, okay, and we would go into the we, okay, and everybody would start manifesting for everybody's highest good, and we would stop having these issues and this overlap like we got right now, where we got people manifesting for the 1% egos. Right. Right. Okay. Right. And that's what I just said. Four of Wands. Exactly. Community. We would have actual people manifesting for the community, giving back to the community. Confirmation. We would have people, okay, we would have children in the homes, and being safe. We would have communal celebrations. And I know we can do it because we were close. How many of those of you at home, how many of those of you remember a time where we were close in society, and it felt like for a second, like, oh, like we could actually do this, like we could actually come together, and then all of a sudden something happened, right? There was a shift that happened that, there was a shift that happened that really steered us and gave us a lot of anxiety, that gave us a lot of trauma. And I want you to see this Tower card. That gave us a lot of anxiety, that gave us a lot of trauma, that caused a big divide, and that caused a big panic. So what we need to do is heal. And we need to start, Six of Coins, exactly. We need to start sharing. Sharing is caring. We need to start actually allocating the funds properly, and making sure that the homeless people and these people in need are actually getting the money they deserve. And we have to start being more generous towards other people, and being more compassionate. We need to get out of our egos, and we need to get out of this fear-based mentality, because everybody is going through something, but we cannot be scared in the faces of adversity. We need to charge, and we need to face it head on. Ace of Wands. Yes, we need to dig deep down. Okay, and that Ace of Wands is all about the magic within ourselves. Okay, we need to be creating things that are going to benefit our lives, and not just be watching a bunch of billionaires shoot rockets up into space. We need to have actual artwork, and actual inspiration, and actual art deco, and actual literal, because we are humans, we love beautiful things. We can't keep staring at gray skyscrapers and have our forests burned down. Like, we can't keep doing this, guys. We can't keep having our oceans riddled and scattered with oil spills and Tesla batteries that are wanting to explode if they get too hot, and then be gaslit into us being the problem, when we're getting all this stuff force fed down our throats 24/7, and we don't have a say in any of it. Did you guys ever think about how weird that is? That everything is always force fed and spoon fed down our gullets, whether we like it or not. Same thing with music. Like, yeah, because these people are unbridled and are ambitious, and they're sneaky, and they will win at all costs. Like, they will do whatever it takes. Yeah, they have lingering resentment, and they need to reconcile and forgive themselves for their trespasses. That's deep. Wow. Lead us not into temptation. Like, for real. I saw 7 of Wands, and it says defense, maintaining control, but I almost read that as defense against mind control. So exactly, these people are all hail plankton weirdos trying to put bucket metal things all in your faces, okay? These screens, okay, although it's great and they're good tools, they have made people very dependent, and they're slowing people down. That's that win at all costs. They're causing people lack of confidence. They're causing people to delete themselves. They're causing people system overrides because it's not being used in a way that is beneficial for humanity. You guys ever think it's weird that America has a completely different algorithm than other places like China and Russia, and like it's everything is so heavily censored, it's so heavily controlled that it really is like a mind F. Like it really is like it makes my head spin because it's always so much all at once. And that's why I try to just limit my social interaction online and everything to work, because if you are trying to go, you can really get sucked in. And I have to find a medium within myself. And I always work on this balance of not getting sucked into the portal that is the phone, because it is some scary labyrinths in there. And it's like the Minotaur, when you can go down so many channels and so many rabbit holes that you can literally lose yourself. The internet is a dangerous place if it is not respected. And I believe and I feel that we are in a time where we need to have way more media literacy and respect the power that is within our hands, and teach children about, like, these people are preying on children because there's so much power and it's so fast to communicate with children. It's so easy to communicate with people that you don't know who you're talking to, and they could be anybody, and that's scary. Like, I remember a whole Degrassi episode about this. Who remembers Degrassi, bro? Like, Drake was on that, you know? Like, and they even had an episode where this girl went to go meet this guy on the computer, and they went to like a hotel room, and it was all crazy. And I remember like freaking out, but yet then I am like years later freaking trying to do that at 16 and 17. So it's like, we need more of that scary stuff, because honestly, I feel like if I would have had more of that media literacy as a child, I would have not been so, it was so thrusted upon us. It's like we grew up on it. We were the test dummies. And instead of finding a way to make it safer, the internet, they're like, oh, let's just use this as a way to mind control the next generations. And instead of trying to make it a place where we could actually make the next generation smarter. Like, that's what I'm trying to do with platforms. Like, let's use our voices, let's use our talents and skills to make a next generation of super smart children, okay, that know what the heck is going on, all right, and are willing to take initiative and charge when our past forefathers did not. We have a chance to rewrite this, so let's do it, you know? Let's go towards Nine of Cups. Exactly. Let's go towards luxury. Let's go towards satisfaction. Let's go towards emotional stability. Let's make emotional stability cool. Okay. Let's stop normalizing alcohol. Okay. Because alcohol is a serious demon to fight. Okay. That's a whole battle. Okay. We need to stop normalizing all this stuff. Like, for real. Like, it's lame. It's not cool. Okay. It's you get it's stripping joy and from people. I'm not saying eliminate, but we need to start not going dare on people, but we just need to have an open dialogue. There just needs to be more transparency and more conversation about what's really going on, because I feel like the American people and just people as a whole, we are the soul community, the soul tribe. We are dissatisfied. We can barely afford eggs. Like, this is not living, it's surviving, right? And so let's put our heads together and actually do something that's not, all for the gram, and not for, Mr. Beast freaking, oh, I'm doing something great, I'm a Team C's, blah, 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 but behind the scenes, I'm hurting and harming people, but look, I'm a philanthropist. Let's stop that. The smugness, right? that smugness. Let's stop and actually talk about this stuff. Let's really talk about and have an open dialogue and conversation about what is happening behind these closed doors and these liars. Right. These people spreading confusion, spreading chaos. Okay? Let's actually have an open dialogue. And I saw that 44. Because having that open dialogue, okay, that is what is going to bring clarity. That's what's going to bring a breakthrough. That Ace of Swords cutting through the what? The BS. All right, getting to the truth. Let's get to the truth of the matter. You want to talk about the T? The T stands for truth. Aphrodite. And that T is for truth. Because what we are spilling here is not the T, but it's the truth. Okay? These are facts. Well, it's my opinion. Okay, sorry. Let me not get ahead of myself. But, I mean, it is a fact, though, that you should love yourself. You got to love yourself before you can love anybody else. You know? So, a lot of this is just common sense. A lot of this is the fact that you have the power inside of you in your mind to do whatever you want to do. With great power comes great responsibility. So what are you going to do with those 24 hours? What are you going to do with those 48 hours? What are you going to do with your day? Coming from day, because are you going to stand back and be a follower and be a sheep and be drug around and have your lives turned upside down and be used as a pawn and have your money taken from you and not see a single cent of it back? I'm looking at you people doing the crypto stuff. You better step away from that stuff. Be careful, because bro, like that's a whole rabbit hole right there. Remember when I told you guys about getting lost in the sauce, getting lost in these internet rabbit holes, and then you lose yourself? Evaluate. Look in the mirror. Look at your addictions. And that's okay. Because when we start being honest, that's how we can start getting to the truth of the matter. Truth of the matter is, it's complicated. Exactly. So why'd you have to go and make things so complicated? I see the way you're acting like you're somebody else, getting me frustrated. Life's like this, you fall and you crawl and you break and you take and you get and you turn it into, honestly, if I'm gonna find you faking. No. So with that, right, people are overcomplicating their lives. People are trying to listen to false prophets instead of listening to themselves. Listen to your heart when it's calling to you. Listen to your heart. There's nothing else you can do. I don't know where you're going, and I don't know why, but listen to your heart before you tell him goodbye. So yeah, listen to it, because that is what is going to lead you towards the light. The inner light that is within yourself, the inner light that is in your being. Trust the divine source. Trust the coding that is within your DNA, and unlock the secrets and the keys to your heart, because you deserve love, you deserve light, and you deserve to live your life to the highest and fullest potential that is deemed to you. That is your spiritual abundance. That is your reward that money cannot buy. It's never been about the money. It's always been about source. It's always been about the divine key and the divine blueprint that each one of us hold in our dragon scroll, guys. It's in the freaking movies. We are all pose, okay? So let's go, baby. Let's do this, all right? I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for being with me on the second episode. I love you, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you. Have a great day, evening, night, wherever you are. Woo!